Now, usually what we think when we are confronted with violence is either counter-violence, so we respond with violence because we want to defend ourselves, we want to defend others, we want to defend our properties. That's one way. Or we flee. We just leave the situation. We want to run away. We want to hide. We don't want to face up to it really. And in the end, you do not do anything and you do not solve the conflict. Now, the third way is what I'm looking for and what others are looking for as well, is the non-violent conflict resolution. Peace workers who are committed to non-violence, first of all, they are a witness themselves by their presence. They are witnessing to a reality that looks at a conflict from a different angle. Conflict as such is not a bad thing, but if you can turn it around and to make a conflict a potential of creativity and of learning together, of sharing power, for example, is so important. So peace workers are, I would describe them as those who are looking for the potential to build right relations within a conflict. People look for freedom, they look for human rights, they look for societies where they participate in the decision makings, and rightly so. And well, now we have to support these movements, but we also have to stay in very close connections with them in order to prove that you can bring these changes in a non-violent way. What we see from experience is, for example, in East Germany, when people were able to overthrow that old regime, nobody had expected ever that the Berlin Wall would come down non-violently. No one. Even strong Christian believers, peacemakers, had their doubts. I include myself. But it was the churches, it was the people praying in the churches, then taking the candle, going out on the street with the candle in their hand and shouting, "No violence, no violence, no violence." And this is what brought the Berlin Wall down. It changed the whole society. And if you have these kinds of experiences, that a whole society can change really in a non-violent way, that makes people believe and convinces people to say, well, if that is possible, why should it not be possible in other countries? If we can convince others and if we can convince ourselves also, which is an ongoing struggle, an ongoing self-critical discussion to commit ourselves to nonviolence. Because I believe only this commitment to nonviolence sets us free to look for new options and really become creative in our search for nonviolent ways of conflict resolution.